hey, here we are, mom proof. The art of being comfortable with the uncomfortable.
It's a beautiful thing.
Right? It is. We've had a lot of things that haven't been very comfortable as parents. I think as our kids now are in these new spaces, we're kind of in the fall of the school year moving forward. We're working on who our tribe is and what your kids' friends, parents, who can you build your tribe with? How can you really trust in them, right? And what are some things we look for in those other parents, like their behavior? What are some things they do? They call you. Yeah. Your values are the same. You check in. They don't talk shit about other kids in front of kids. I mean, think about that. What does that do as a therapist?
As a therapist or a mom. I mean, think about the amount of time we talk about, is it nature over nurture? Well, for surely it's where they live and we're the model, and everything has to be so thoughtful. I mean, there's just no way we can get into a young developing mind and have them hear us talk shit about other kids and think that's the way you find your tribe, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Talking about other people isn't the thing that should be your commonality, right?
Right. Well, I think it's two things, right? It's A is like you have to be careful what you say, even about the parents.
Oh, for sure.
You're in a family environment, and you and your husband, boyfriend, whatever, are sitting around talking, and you're talking about your friend, your son or your daughter's friend's parents, right? And you're not saying nice things. Well, your kids are going to pick up on it.
Right.
And then they may not say anything, but eventually some way down the line, it's going to come back, or they're going to pick up that habit of talking about people behind their back, right?
Yeah.
And then the other thing is as parents, I think sometimes we overstep our boundaries in putting ourselves as the same level as the kids and actually end up talking about the kids, which then again, our kids are hearing it, and then without us even knowing, they're going to school and calling the other kids names, or and it's just this vicious circle.
You're so right. I remember
you nailed it.
One of my kids' football games, this gal like 2 seats over, and our football is big, right? It's Super Friday Night Lights.
Go, baby.
I'm not going to mention any names. Don't worry. I'm not going to slip out.
I say go, baby.
No, but you know what? So the kids were older. There was a moment in the stands. The lady was acting like she was just a bitch. And I remember thinking that's horrible. And I got home and I said in front of the kids, but she really was a bitch.
Yes,
so sometimes it does happen. It's true. But I did have to check myself. So we got to remember those things, right? It's important. We're not perfect, but we need to have people that we really can depend on. Our friends. I mean, our kids, friends,
parents.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I remember
there's 3 levels there.
Old school, we used to say that it was like a broken telephone, right?
Oh, right.
So you say
like
one thing,
game.
I tell you, you tell right someone else. Yeah. And then by the time it gets back, the person may have, the one little thing they may have done is now like this huge thing.
Yeah.
And we have to think that these reputations stick with kids all throughout their life.
It's unfortunate in school. I mean, maybe not their whole life, but definitely if they're in the same school, right? I mean, which is unfortunate. So another note to maybe just as we try and go through this thing called parenting, let's talk nice about someone's parents.
Or
kids. The kid. Or I noticed Joe was so polite the other day.
Right.
Or, I don't know.
Catching me good.
Yeah.
They say, too, think about the formative part of a kid's brain. So they're forming their self-image. They're 5th grade or, 6th grade. They're maybe 18. But they're still forming those self-concepts. And believe it or not, us talking about other people negatively, there is a part of them, depending on the kid, that would think, well, they must talk negative about me, too.
Oh, that's an interesting
own kid, okay?
Yeah.
So it's not just them hearing us talk about other kids and thinking, oh, they're critical. My parents are too critical. And they made them pull away from us for that, by the way. In teenage years, or your boy or girl's pulling away, it's because we're kind of like critical. And so their little self-concepts are like, do you think they talk shit about me too? And so as a parent of teenagers and young adults, we should continue to be super positive and not genuine. Please, authentic is the key, right?
Yeah.
But let them hear us be positive about kids, friends,
something.
parents even. or them.
Don't judge.
Don't judge.
Slow to judge. Quick to forgive.
Oh, did
Try
you make
it.
that up? No.
No.
Okay,
I wish
that's
I
a
could
good one.
I think that's from the Bible.
I was gonna.
I'm not sure. I'm not quoting Jesus
No, I would mess that up.
or Mark or anyone else. But you know, that's interesting to talk about because too that sort of leads us to compassion or
Yes,
competition. So you know what others are saying and what really
what sticks with us as humans that are trying to add value to our experience on this planet. What really is making the change in a positive way? And I wish if there's some way to make people understand that this positive speaking is so important.
No, I agree.
Smiles.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
you're good like that.
Thanks.
And I think we've said this before. It's, you know, if somebody gives you a compliment, it makes you feel good. When you give somebody a compliment, it makes you feel good and them feel good. Right? I mean, it's so easy to talk bad. But also, we don't even know. Like, sometimes I think we just kind of misjudge, misunderstand.
Good one.
And maybe instead of criticizing, just have a little bit of compassion for that person. And you know what? There's people you're not going to like. Just like you said, we're not for everybody.
That's right.
Right?
We're
not for everybody.
We're definitely not for everybody, and not everyone wants to play with us on the
And
play.
so
that's okay.
Don't hang out with those people.
Yeah.
You know, it's that simple. But
Does
I
it
don't
feel
know.
that simple at 5th grade or 11th
Well, no,
grade?
but
I don't know.
I'm
though.
hoping that, you know, that again, that if my son sees that I'm behaving in this manner, that he's also going to behave in that manner, you know,
That's the goal.
and not talk about other people or be rude or, you know.
And it's cute how he comes up with questions to ask you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just think of that cute.
I know
man.
that is really cute.
Yeah, what a conversationalist, which could be great for you later when you're dating a more seriously young man. But
That's interesting. I wonder when kids really do feel comfortable enough to talk to other adults.
oh, that is a hard phase.
Yeah.
So how would you say? I don't remember anymore.
My daughter.
How's your kiddo doing?
I think it was when she was a sophomore in high school, to be honest, because it wasn't that she was. At first, I thought, you know, being my first, I thought, oh, she has bad manners, you know, because when I was a kid, you walked into a room and, well, I'm Hispanic, but you kissed and, you know, greeted everybody in the room. I don't care if there was 100 people in there. Everybody's going to get a kiss and a hug.
Gotta love a good Latin girl.
And so when I was like raising her,
I love it.
'cause they're 8 years apart, so she was kind of
Italians
like
are similar.
child. Then she would walk in a room and just kind of like plop herself down somewhere, and I was like, "No, you have to go say hello." Like, right? And it was, I guess I stopped saying it and then all of a sudden I realized she was doing it. Like she'd walk in a room and she'd make eye contact with everybody.
It's almost
She
like
would
when
say hello
Sandra
to
didn't
everybody.
mention it, it allowed her
Yeah.
to think of the behavior that should be most appropriate, and she chose the behavior that would be most appropriate. Like,
See, that's what we
Imagine
want
if
for
that's-
later on in life, right?
That's what
If
we're
those
hoping
kind of
is-
that's the whole. Oh, shoot,
that's parenting in a nutshell.
And
Sandra.
We have to stop doing
yeah.
the commentary and the fucking teaching.
Yeah,
Let
it's
them
a lot.
let them practice it and potentially
Yeah.
fail, and we redirect.
That is just such.
But
a
I
good
see
point.
her now, like she'll walk into a place and she's like, "Hi, how are you?" You know, I mean, y'all know her.
Oh, she's
And like
great.
she will go
I mean, she's
and
got that
say hi to
skill
people.
down.
And so it's that, right? So but it didn't really click because I remember she would see her own friends. I'm sure you've experienced this. They see their own friends at the store or something and they pretend like they don't see them, you know?
Don't we all do that?
Wait, does that stop? I mean, right.
But that does go kind of to the compassion, because we were kind of compassioning, competing. It's hard in a culture that's very competitive, extremely. Our district, our state, I think the world. Is that what, I mean, isn't that what social media is?
Yeah.
A measuring stick.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's who got
I know.
further or longer or faster or more and more and more. So it's, if we quit competing and just...
What do you think
Yeah.
that's about though? Because when the kids are in
Money?
their own environment though, like in school,
okay.
they
Okay,
obviously
yeah,
all talk to each other and socialize with each other. But then when they get out of that environment and they see each other at the store, they see each other and like they're just kind of acquaintances. They really don't want to like acknowledge. I don't know.
It's the comfort zone, I think.
Comfort
You're
zone.
Probably more comfortable around other people for
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Instead of one-on-one. Who knows?
Or just, and I'm tangenting too, then we should probably not be talking about just always young people having to pivot, but think about it. Isn't it like a little bit of a performance when you're out? I mean, so think of like the 5 people, hopefully you have that you could be yourself, 100% authentic, 100. Are there 5?
Yeah.
Otherwise, a lot of it is work. I don't care if you're at school. Think of your kid coming home. Think of us coming home. And we're just like, why would we be tired after being out if sometimes that energy wasn't just a little bit harder than being at home in your complete, basic, loving, nurturing energy? Who are those people, dude? That's compassion.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not everyday life. Yeah.
At least one person a day, hopefully.
Yes, but I mean, just, when I'm out in crowds, I know it zaps me. I can be
that's introvert extrovert conversation,
right?
Kind of.
Right.
I think aren't we all introverted in that way that we want to down chart or couch?
Yeah, I was just curious. Is like they seem to be okay socializing in their environment, like when they're in school, but then once they get out, I guess. But maybe that is like, oh my God, now I got to put on this.
Maybe it is. It's putting that uniform back on.
Yeah, get to put
school
exactly.
Persona.
I never thought of it like that.
Persona.
So who are they out of school? Right.
I know.
You've got to be. It's up to them to come up with that. As parents, that's a discussion, right? So there you go. We have a few points for today.
There it is.
Yeah. Don't talk shit about
other people's kids or your own kids.
Yeah. Right.
Just don't talk shit. Okay.
Competition or compassion.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need
just
that.
The modeling behavior. It really is important.
It literally is parenting.
It is
what
parenting.
Sandra taught us
today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra.
I think we should wrap with that.
I love it.
But is there any questions?
Do you have a question?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't like
if I don't mess this up. Okay. What was your favorite childhood snack that you secretly still love today?
I'm ready because I love all childhood snacks, which is the problem. Which one? I mean, like, because this is in the house sometimes. Probably just like a good scoop of ice cream. Like,
that's so boring. You don't have like a little Debbie Star Crunch or something?
What if there's like a Nutter Butter or peanut M&Ms? Those are my downfall.
Okay, Nutter Butter.
Nutter Butter. Remember Nutter Butters?
Yes.
Okay, so that one. And ice cream. Anyway, it's a problem. I need hypnosis.
Ooh. Well, mine are, you remember the little Debbie donuts, the little tiny
powder
one, or the powdered ones?
They come in a bag.
Yeah, and
Or
then
the
I would
wrapper.
like to dip those in chocolate pudding.
Oh God!
Remember, you used to have the snack
Yes.
chocolate pudding.
I would ask if you were getting high, but I feel like that's an elementary school thing,
That's
so
so
probably not. Okay,
cute.
mine is Funyuns.
You are salty.
I am salty.
You're just salty.
I'm salty.
You know,
So,
Reagan's salty too. Just other scorpions I
I'm
know.
telling you, I don't know
It's
what
just-
it is.
Y'all are water.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't get me going on.
I'm wood.
I know.
We're going to wrap
like
with that. We're going to talk about that next one. Yeah, think
Thank
about your
you.
kids' horoscope.
Yeah. What is their astrological sign?
Okay, this was awesome. That was good.
Bye.
Ciao.
Thank you. Bye.